Well, guys, 𝐟𝐴 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is crashing out yet again. But this time she drags the queen, Nicki Minaj, into the conversation. Now, why is Erica crashing out again? Well, I can tell you why she crashing out, honey, because they said Safari got a whole nother person in his pants. But okay, let me stop joking. But y'all, let's jump into this video and get into why Miss Unstable Erica Mena is crashing out again over Safari. And guys, make sure you all like the video, share the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And as always, I want to know what you guys think down below.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh?
And the Queen Nicki is minding the business that pays her because she's still married with her husband, with her baby, been minding her business, continues to mind her business, but people keep dragging her into their business. She has absolutely nothing to do with this. Nicki does not speak on Safari. She don't ever speak on Erica. Actually, she don't ever speak on Safari. So why is Erica Mena bringing up Nicki's name in her and her husband's mess? Let's get into this interview that Erica Mena has done, because what she's saying is she's trying to clear her name. And I was like, clear your name? You know, I am not a Safari fan. I mean, I like Safari, I think he's cool, but let's be clear. Safari did not destroy Erica Mena's reputation. I believe Erica Mena done a fantastic job by ruining her own reputation. This had nothing to do with Safari. I would have to probably say she done more of a job ruining his reputation than he's ever did with regards to anything about her and her reputation. So it's kind of odd that she thinks that he ruined her reputation. But y'all, let's get into the video.
This is what he's doing. He's using my reputation to now paint this picture on why he chooses to be a deadbeat.
You can see her whole demeanor change talking about this man.
I need to tell my truth, and I know you know I need to tell my truth. This narrative being so false could be damaging to my future.
Childish, just like BS like that. Showing up in my crib, 5 o'clock in the morning, learn out a ladder, hopping the fence.
So I had a night off. He has the kids. I'm in Carbone with this football player. He gets wind from someone that was there that I was there. I get a call from him because of how I came in and that whole narrative of being the bad guy and like the crazy girl. That has been stuck to me like glue. People want to believe that.
This is an abusive relationship.
Mind you, this has been a reoccurring thing. He made the biggest mistake of his life.
Once a narcissist loses control of his supply, he controls the narrative.
I don't even know where to start. I have to put myself first.
I found out he was cheating on me the first time ever. He was going to Chinese parlors.
Not the old rub and tug.
In the dark, old women.
Oh, Safari, come on. Well, didn't Nicki Minaj say that he was paying for hookers with her credit cards?
Before we get into that, I owe her the biggest apology. You're an addict first and foremost. You are a pervert. You literally do nothing but manipulate and fuck with me. You fucking toy with the fact that I love you. I didn't think to ask, well, what did you do to her?
Why does this man always have videos of these women reacting?
Exactly. He lives in a gated community. You cannot get into this community unless you're let in by the residents. They let me in.
The convenience of the ladder.
The ladder was literally there waiting for me.
It said, climb me.
This motherfucker, after calling to tell me my son fell from the bed and is bleeding, is not answering the door. Mind you, he let me into the community.
He seems 8 months ago to be singing your praises.
You know, Erica, she's a great mother. I don't regret having kids with her at all. She goes hard. I love you. I care about you. And no matter what, I got your back.
Really embarrassing. I don't want to get into detail.
Did you like the I Spy type shit?
Oh, it came right to me.
You gotta tell us, girl. Don't leave. I mean, this dude has no problem airing you out.
He's just so disgusting.
I gotta know personally.
When I confronted him on it, this is what he's doing.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna give my commentary on this. Here's the deal. I mean, I'm not saying that Safari is some kind of saint because, I mean, he appears to be very silly and very immature. But the difference between Safari and Erica is the people that Safari come into contact with, they actually like him. Nobody likes Erica. She makes bad relationships wherever she goes. She's not on Love and Hip Hop. I mean, she got kicked off, but they didn't want to film with her either. So nobody likes her. So when she's telling the story about how horrible Safari is, it makes it hard to believe because she is equally horrible. But the thing of it is, we don't have a bunch of people saying that Safari is a horrible person. Now, whatever happened in his relationship with Nicki is over. And Erica is the only one campaigning that he's a deadbeat. Now, she goes on to say that Safari is trying to ruin her career when it actually looks the opposite way because she's told us that Safari is a deadbeat a million times and he's only spoke out once to say what she did when she came to his home. But Erica is telling us that Safari called her, told her their son was hurt and hung up. Well, this is where it gets a little bit weird. And then she goes to say she was on a date with a football player, which makes you think she's lying. For one, you don't need to tell the world you were on a date. So what she wants to tell us is she moved on. But the fact of the matter is you didn't move on because he was still hitting it. He already told us that. So the real issue I feel like is he was still hitting it and he was being his same old I don't care silly person. You got into your feelings because you was giving it up and he wasn't giving you what you wanted. But that's you gotta stay in control of your own body and your own self. You can't lay down with somebody and kind of expect them to do what you want them to do. It just don't work like that. Now she says that Safari lives in a gated community. We know how those gated community goes. You can't get in unless the resident let you in. But guys, she said they let me in. She never said Safari let her in. She said they let her in. Then later in the conversation, she said he let her in. So this girl is lying and she's not telling the truth. And in all honesty, I don't believe Safari called and told her that because if Safari called and told her that, why is she just saying this now? I believe she's coming up with something to try to make herself look better and to try to make him look horrible. Because if that is the case, then why would she just say this now? Also, she claimed she was on a date with a football player. Did anybody see how she came to the house looking? Didn't look like she was on a date. So if she was actually on a date with a football player, she looked like she was at home cleaning up. So I don't believe that either. Then she goes on to say that he was cheating on her. Like she's saying that he's messing around with unattractive people. This doesn't make sense. I mean, then she calls him a sex addict. So I don't know what you guys think. I am not an Erica fan, but whether I'm her fan or not, the story don't make sense. Again, Safari is who he is. That is just who he is. But the issue here is nobody likes Erica. So if Safari is horrible, she must be horrible 10 times because at least people want to work with Safari. People don't even want to work with her. They don't like her. So we can kind of figure out from these people personalities like what type of person that they really are, but the people that they actually come into contact with are the people who actually know them. And guess what, none of them like her, so much to the fact that she left Atlanta because nobody liked her here. Well, of course it is Christmas Eve and Safari is saying he's trying to contact Maji, hopefully I pronounced her name right, the little baby girl. And it looks like he's trying to reach her. And if you guys can see his responses, they're green, which means the phone is off or, he could possibly be blocked. So he's saying, I'm trying to reach my daughter's iPad so I can pick them up for Christmas, but I'm blocked. I did I didn't know 4-year-olds know how to block people. It's hard being a deadbeat, but I'm sure after this I'll somehow magically get unblocked. So this is what Safari is saying. Now, I don't know what him and Erica's agreement is with regards to their children, but this is him, because again, Erica has ingrained it into our brains that this man is a deadbeat. Now, keep in mind, he does pay child support. I get it. He should spend time with the children. But apparently, if this lady is acting erratically and putting her hands on him, I can understand, because it would be totally, a whole issue if he pushed this woman to get off of him and somehow she bumped her head somewhere. Then it'll be an outcry. But the fact that she can put her hand on him, throw stuff around his house, I don't think people see that as serious. But they were saying, things about Safari. So, I don't know what's going on between these two, but it seems like they may want to get back together, because this is weird. So Safari is saying he wants to get his kids, but Erica is playing games and blocking him. But we're going to get into a video that Erica posted. Now, keep in mind, Erica continues to tell us that he's a deadbeat, and he doesn't take care of his kids. This is what she's saying. But what she's not telling us is he does pay child support, which doesn't make sense because deadbeats don't pay child support.
Add some more orange
Of
juice.
course. Let me see your iPad. Is it dead again? Like always, you forgot to charge it?
It became too much. Go ahead, man. You can always have the milk.
Yeah. Dead.
Add some more orange juice.
Of course. Let me see your iPad. Is it dead again? Like always, you forgot to charge it?
It became too much. Go ahead, man. You can always have the milk.
Yeah. Dead.
Now, Erica posts a video of her talking to the daughter, Maji, about the iPad. The crazy part is Erica showing us Maji's iPad and it could be dead, it could be turned off. That proves absolutely nothing. That doesn't prove that she didn't block him on the iPad. But what it does prove is that these two, maybe they want to try marriage counseling, get married again and get back together, because both of them seem to like to play with each other on the internet. I don't believe that Erica is dumb. Now, she has to know that what she just posted proved absolutely nothing and it showed nothing. But this is what she had to say. Last year, it was that individual's Christmas. She's talking about Safari. It never showed up because he was with Neo's ex-wife. So she calls him it, and she goes into who he was with, which is a clear indication that she still like him, because why do you care who he's with? You guys are divorced. And then she said, and it's family instead. So she's talking about he was with Crystal, Neo's ex-wife, and her family instead, which is kind of like, I don't get it. She said, is she not available for you this year? Or how about that young girl you're manipulating? Again, she continues to talk about Safari's relationships with other women, which means she's thinking about his relationships, which clearly has nothing to do with her. And it shows that is why she's really mad. Then she says, deadbeat, please leave me the F alone with this internet. But you called him a deadbeat, but the moment he wants to spend time with the children, you go back on the internet and call him a deadbeat. This is really not about the kids at all. This is really about these two going back and forth, and it's absolutely sad. She then goes on to say, it's been 6 months of not seeing these babies. Now, since it's Christmas, I guess the photo opportunity is more important. So again, we're back at this again. Let's say it was 6 months since he saw the kids. So is it going to be 6 years? Because you're going to keep saying you didn't see them in 6 months, then it'll be 12 months. So it's just back and forth. So she says, Oh, you haven't saw him in 6 months. Why do you want to see him now? But you were just complaining. So it just doesn't make sense. She says, now then, she said, now then, the once a week parenting time that's been court ordered since 2022. So, and this is what I know, Erica is manipulating and lying because they actually live in the state of Florida, which is a new state. And Safari did explain that they're trying to work out the parenting again because apparently Erica is not following it if he cannot get the children. So Safari had explained that they're going back to court, but they have to wait for the file to get transferred to Florida. So Erica is just not being honest with the things that she's saying on this internet. And this is, part of the reason why I don't believe her. Do I believe Safari is perfect? Again, I don't believe he is at all. But Erica has been caught in lie after lie after lie. So y'all got to let me know what y'all think with regards to this. These people been divorced, I believe now for 2 years, and still can't manage to just let this man see the kids. She's concerned about who he's screwing, who he was with, what young lady he's manipulating, and it's just too much. And guys, as always, don't forget to like the video, share the video. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And as always, I want to know what you guys think down below.